How is that okay? The answer is it's not okay and it's exploitative and it's fucking so upsetting that I was crying about it earlier and I had to make this video. Like, we have to speak out about stuff like this. They say it's the MBA of Web3 learning. The term Web3 is a new term. It's contested by people who have been in the cryptocurrency sector for a while, in the sense that it's problematic because it's not truly decentralized. Here's a tweet from Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter, from December of 2021. He's like, "You don't own Web3, the VCs and their LPs do, limited partners who invest in venture capitalists. That's what funds big tech, and it's centralized as fuck, and it's a big part of the reason that big tech is so messed up. It's the worst bastion of capitalism. They discriminate blatantly. 98.1% of VC dollars go to men. Web3 is largely controlled by this. There's nuance there. That doesn't mean that a project can't be open source or something if it's in the Web3 world. So just know that out the gate. This is Maggie Love, the founder. She lives in New York. This is notable. She used to work for Consensus. Consensus is like the marketing arm of the Ethereum project. It never had good energy in my experience. Here's her stated mission: to empower women through education, experimentation, and community. They're now the #1 community for crypto education and career development, all in 8-week program. Okay, so it's $800. This apparently is their application right here. But then the question here too is like, who developed this curriculum and like who is qualified enough to teach it? My understanding is that Maggie's the one teaching all of these classes. And having worked at Consensus, she would certainly have some understanding of how Ethereum works. But I mean, this is the thing. Seeds has a course that I've taught for years now. I'm making this video because I could not stand by anymore and watch what they were saying without speaking out about it from a position of, knowledge and experience in the space. I used to be a pro stock trader and I started buying Bitcoin in 2013, and I bring that knowledge into our course. And I don't see on this site an explanation of how Maggie developed, the knowledge and expertise to offer this curriculum and why she's decided that her curriculum is the right approach. I don't see anything about that on the website. Okay, first I want to show you my personal interaction with Maggie, which has been very limited. I heard about SheFi and I was super excited that like at least fucking something in the world of cryptocurrency existed that was about helping women, so that Seeds wasn't just this isolated island out here where I'm speaking up about misogyny, because there is so little support for women in the cryptocurrency sector at all. I found out that they had something called the SheFi Summit, and I was trying to, this is at the beginning of 2024, one of my New Year's resolutions was to try and be just more proactive about trying to engage with other people in the space and to not be so dismissive isn't the right word, but it's just like everything in cryptocurrency has been so gross, almost without exception, that I don't even want to deal with the sector at all anymore, unless there's something like this that comes up where I just feel that I have to speak out to like try and like protect people who may not know. I was like evaluating if it was my ego or something, and I was trying to make these connections in the space to like give it like one last chance kind of thing. So I sent this email on January 20th. Could I be a part of SheFi Summit? Hey Maggie, I love that you brought a community of femme people to life in the world of cryptocurrency. Thank you for that. I just saw your post about the upcoming summit and wanted to reach out to ask if I could be a part of it. I'm the founder of Seeds. If you're still considering speakers, I'd love to be able to talk to more women in the space about its power to elevate the feminine. I send a second email to like add further links to like the whatever legit shit that Seeds has done, like competing in TechCrunch Disrupt Battlefield and stuff. She responds a month later. All right, that happens. Hey Rachel, so sorry this got lost in my inbox. I'm in the process of rebuilding my team, so some of my support is limited. This is what's important. This summit is mostly sponsored slots with very few going out to investors. She compliments Seeds, which is nice. So this is the key thing I want to call attention to. It's mostly sponsored slots. And then she's saying a few go out to SheFi investors, apparently. Are they transparent about that? Like, is everyone in the audience aware that they're just seeing a bunch of people who paid to speak kind of thing? All right. So I didn't reply to this. That's not the ideal thing to do. I think I should have stated some boundaries then, but it just made me start thinking like something about this feels weird. It feels gross. It doesn't feel like it's aligned with what Seeds is up to. Then the next thing that happened was this. So literally for International Women's Day this year, Binance, which is a bad product, which has gotten hacked and its founder has had to serve jail time on top of that, decided that it was a good idea to make a crypto perfume to attract more women to the space. And I actually made a video about this if you want to check it out. But it was just so like, what the fuck? But also just like how cringe crypto is, and how despairingly oblivious to anything relating to women and the feminine This is the biggest exchange in the sector. Binance is the biggest exchange in the world. And like, this is what they thought was the thing to do on International Women's Day. This is what Maggie Love tweeted in reply to this. She calls herself a crypto doula here, y'all. Okay, so notably first, check this out. They participated in something called Binance Blockchain Week in Istanbul last November, 2023. Here's the tweet where she says she launched SheFi April 16, 2020 from the depths of a scary and uncertain lockdown. This just feels disingenuous because she would have known that Bitcoin halving was coming up like 3 weeks after this, and that's what kicks off crypto bull runs. She claims she saw government systems failing around her and wanted women to know their options. I want to believe that some of this is well intentioned, but just so much of it looks disingenuous as hell. Side note, like feminine slash feminist marketing, it's still so gross, dude. Like it makes me think of Ivanka Trump, capitalistic, whatever. It just can't. I think it's because it can't align. Like true healthy feminine energy just cannot align with late stage capitalism. We wanted to create a space where women in crypto could share the dope stuff they were working on. Maybe we aren't at a 50-50 male to female ratio in the industry yet, but we're getting there. Does she really want to do that? Because it looks like what she wants to do is platform people that paid her a bunch of money, invariably from crypto projects that were founded for and are run by men. Here's their post apparently celebrating International Women's Day. Okay, so this was the second thing I saw after that email exchange I had with her that made me think like, okay, this just doesn't seem right. She's talking about the Binance experiment with this fucking misogynistic, totally oblivious, clueless, damaging, stupid, whatever fucking thing they did with the crypto perfume. Binance tried an experiment to facilitate more conversations with women and it didn't really land, but I actually appreciate the effort. Like, what the fuck? This to me just read as like, this is like pick meism. This is the definition of just being like, hey, everybody over here, hey, misogynists, hey, idiots who are like, just drowning in toxic masculine energy and obliviousness. Hey, good try. Like it's okay that you did this fucking ridiculous horrible thing, but good try. I actually appreciate the effort. Yes, perfumes are stereotypically feminine. It maybe even puts women unfairly in a box, but they started a conversation. Can you imagine if Binance had did something blatantly racist and somebody were like saying that they were appreciative that it started a conversation? How much like outrage would there be about that? But because of this lack of awareness of misogyny and conversation around misogyny, we're missing this important, essential piece of intersectionality. And it's especially blatant in something like the cryptocurrency sector, where literally there's seeds and then there's everything else. And then this other organization that has a stated purpose to support women in cryptocurrency is saying shit like this. So after that, I was just like, no, I don't like want to mess with this energy. I can see what this is. Maybe like a month and a half after that, I got invited to be on something called the Purse podcast. And so I was talking about cryptocurrency and women in finance on this podcast. And Maggie Love and SheFi came up. The host was in a SheFi cohort. And so I spoke up about this, what I'd seen with the Binance thing and how it felt weird and how it just didn't feel aligned with Seeds, because Seeds is about uplifting feminine energy. And then in just the last 2 days, I saw this. On June 9th, she tweets this, the number of applicants for their next cohort for their course. And then she says, what wallet wants to be the wallet all of these women and non-binary people download DM? And so through the Seeds account, I replied with this. I said, aren't these women who are new to the world of crypto and you're teaching them what tools to use? If so, how is it ethical to do this? They should be taught what the best tools are. They shouldn't be sold something because a mega rich crypto project run by men paid you the most. That's what she's apparently doing. She's blatantly advertising this on Twitter. She didn't bother responding to this, so I followed up again. And then there was this. This is a tweet from John Woo. John Woo is Maggie Love's partner, like romantic partner. I think they're engaged. Notably, he used to be listed as an advisor to SheFi fairly recently. I know I saw it online, but it looks like he's not mentioning that on here anymore. And it's not on the SheFi website now either. He's quote tweeting that tweet from Maggie that we talked about. He literally says that there are going to be 1,000+ women joining the next course and they will do whatever Maggie Love tells them to do. So he's saying 1,000 guaranteed new users to your wallet, chain, app, etc. How is that okay? The answer is it's not okay and it's exploitative and it's fucking so upsetting that I was crying about it earlier and I had to make this video. Like, we have to speak out about stuff like this. Maggie Love is going to tell 1,000+ women to use your shit if you pay us. And these are women who are entirely new to the cryptocurrency world and they trust SheFi. They're coming in trusting Maggie Love to guide them in the right way. She should be showing them the best tools to use. She should not be shilling some product from whatever mega rich cryptocurrency project run by men paid her the most. I want to support women. The entire reason I think I exist in this body in this lifetime is about uplifting feminine energy on earth. And that is what Seeds is about doing through literally recreating the economic system. Seeds is working to transcend late stage capitalism as we know it. So something like this is just so like beyond the pale and so upsetting. I don't even know what else to say about it. Just please know what you're getting into if you're looking at this organization. I hope to God that they will hear this feedback and stop ignoring the tweets that I'm making from the Seeds account and that they will make these changes. You can't have a business model that is fueled by the shittiest toxic masculine energy there is, because that seems to be in the world of cryptocurrency right now, and then sell that as like, oh, we're going to use it to trick these women who don't know any better because they're new to cryptocurrency. That's such a terrible thing to do to people when they're in a vulnerable place and they're women. We need to uplift women. We can't keep doing shit like this to women. I hope that they'll change, and I hope that anyone who hears this will call them out so that this is addressed. Nobody's perfect. People make mistakes, but this is so blatant, and I called it out before. Maggie said nothing. The world has to do better for women, and the world of cryptocurrency has to do better for women. Whatever it is you end up doing in the cryptocurrency sector, please always make sure to do your own research, to vet things, to ask questions if something looks suspicious. And to speak out about it when you see it and try to do it with kindness. I'm emotional right now. I hope I don't sound like I'm being overly harsh because I'm so sad and angry about this. I know that they're human beings and all human beings make mistakes, but we have to do better than this. We have to start doing better than this.